Hello, everyone. My name is Carolyn. I had started this YouTube channel about a year ago. I am a 19-year survivor of domestic violence, and it was my hope to use my channel to help other victims who either still victims or have been able to escape. But things kind of got off track for me, and I want to start again. I have changed the name of my channel to Domestic Violence Survivor, Victim to Victor, because we want to no longer be victims. We want to be victorious and leave the abuse behind. So the whole point of my channel is to help, whether you're a man or a woman. I know that men are victims of domestic violence as well, but we don't always hear from them, whether there's embarrassment about it or whatever the reason that male victims don't talk. I hope this channel can help everyone, and I plan to talk about issues, narcissistic abuse, misogynists. I want to talk about all of the different personality types who tend to be the abusers in domestic violence situations. I left my abuser 19 years ago, and there are still things that I deal with because abusers tend to, their whole goal is to tear you down and build you into what they want you to be, which is someone they can control. Mine was quite successful at that for a while. I left 3 times, but I didn't stay gone until the 4th time that I left. Who knows why we do that? I've never been with a man since, and I spent my time finishing raising my 3 sons and then raising grandchildren, and I just don't have time for another man in my life. I'm so set in my ways now that I don't think a man, I don't know that I could give what a spouse would want. But anyway, regardless of that, I want to hear from you, any of my viewers, on what you would like to see on this channel. What do you need? Besides talking about the different types of abusers, I also want to discuss what to do, things that we can do as survivors. Escaping your abuser is not the end. It's just the beginning. It's the beginning of a new life where you're no longer a victim, but where you are a victor. No one deserves the abuse that is heaped upon them. I don't care what, burned the dinner or didn't keep the house clean enough. Doesn't matter what you've done. No one deserves to be abused. And you don't have to stay a prisoner in that situation, because your abuser, there are going to be times that they're very nice and kind and sweet, and you think, hey, okay, he or she they can be sweet, they do love me. But then before you know it, the abuse starts again. It's a cycle. They go from abuse to I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. And then you have the honeymoon period where everything seems to be honky-dory, everything is great, and then the abuse starts again. I'm here to tell you that 99.9% of the time, this does not change. You cannot change your abuser. I could not change mine. I thought I could because I saw the good in him, but I believe he was a narcissist, and I think maybe even a misogynist. A misogynist is someone who hates women, a man who hates women. If you're being abused, maybe you've had physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse. Many times the abuser wants control, and he will control the money. Maybe you're not allowed to go out and do things with friends. They will try to isolate you. They will try to drive a wedge between you and your family, between you and your friends. They will lie to people. They will blame you for everything, and do their best to make it impossible for you to have any good contact or any contact at all with family members or friends, anyone that could help you. Mine did that by moving me 1,000 miles away to another state and not allowing me to call. Always hated it. If I got a friend, he had to be there, and it had to be his friend too, even though my friends were women. I only had a couple of good friends who helped me a lot, by the way. But you can't live like that. And it is scary to get away, but you have to break away, because any person who treats you this way, who does these things, that person does not love you. That person only loves himself or herself. Love doesn't hurt. True love is not going to hurt. In that they don't want, someone that truly loves you doesn't want to hurt you. Ladies or gentlemen, you don't have to live like that. There are so many places to get help. And I'm not going to lie and say it's easy. There's nothing easy about it. It's one of the most frightening things you may ever do. But the result, if you stick with it and you get the help you need and therapy and you stay strong, it'll be the best thing you've ever done. Everyone's situation is different. I don't pretend to know your situation, because no two situations are the same. The only thing that is the same for everyone is you don't deserve it. You don't have to live with that. You have a life. It has taken me this 19 years. Well, I started out having to find out when I left him in 2001. I had to find out, who are you? I didn't know who I was. I had no idea who I was. Because he had strategically torn me down, made me feel worthless and useless, and like no one else would ever want me. Intentionally causing physical pain. And it was horrible. And It's not going to be easy. I left, stayed near the same town, and he found where we were and continued to bother us, and then we left and went, I think, through 3 states till we found a place near to where my brother lived. And I spent my time, working 3 jobs to, finish caring for getting my sons to the point where they needed to be. But I also found an abuse shelter in the town. I joined their SODA, Survivors of Domestic Abuse group, where I attended once a week, and I also went through their individual counseling. Plus, I'm a Christian. I found a church home, a place where I felt comfortable, and I spent my time trying to heal the best I could, and trying to live life. It's taken me a long time. The nightmares lasted for a few years, actually, before they finally stopped altogether. Once in a grand while I might have another one, but it's not often. Learning to love yourself because he or she has taught you to hate yourself. Learning that you are worthwhile and that you didn't deserve what was done to you. It's not an easy thing, but there are people out there who will help you. I plan to put links below the video where you can, hotlines and places where you can get help and advice, local help and advice. There are people who can help you escape. So in my series, I want to discuss things you need to do to prepare. But I will tell you right now, if you decide to leave, do not tell your abuser that you are leaving. That is very important. Do not tell them you are leaving. I've heard of and seen results of what happened when women have told their abusers. They've ended up either severely beaten or dead. So I know you might say, well, it's not fair to just leave. I need to tell him. No, you don't need to tell him or her anything. You need to just make your plan and leave. We waited until he went to work one morning and we left. And I never went back that time. I stayed gone. It was scary. There wasn't anything easy about it. But with God's help, and like I said, I am a Christian, and I will talk about my spiritual side of it. If that's something you don't like, if I get into a part where I speak about the spiritual side or how God helped me, you don't have to listen to that. The good thing about this video is you can turn it off. But I will not leave out the spiritual help, the help I got from God, because that is a big major part of why I have been able to be successful. So I hope that you will watch, and I hope that you will tell me in your comments what questions you might have, or what you would like to hear about, people you would like to hear from. This is a journey. It takes time. It's scary. It's painful, but it can be done. And many of us survivors can attest to that fact. It's not easy, but you can do it, and we will be here to help you in any way we can. So I want to bring this video to a close. I'm not really experienced at doing this YouTube stuff. I don't like to see myself on video or pictures of myself, but I need to get over that because I'm okay. I'm worth as much as anyone else, and I didn't deserve what was done to me, and you don't deserve to be abused. They're going to lie to you and tell you it's for your best and tell you that they love you. That's not true. Absolutely not true. Love doesn't hurt people. So tune in for my next video. I'm going to talk about the narcissist. I've had some people express an interest in learning more about a narcissist and why they do the things that they do. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I'm going to say God bless you and God keep you safe. And you're not alone. You are not alone. There are many of us who have been there, who care about you, and we want to help. So for now, so long. I'll see you in the next video. God bless you. Bye.